Hello everyone. I thought it would be a nice idea to give you a short life and creativity update because I haven't posted a personal video since some weeks, and yeah, so I thought it would be nice to tell you what's going on in my life and what's new, and yeah. So at first, I would like to introduce my new world music instruments. I've bought 2 new flutes, and yeah, this is the first one. It's a Shakuhachi, and I'm very excited and very happy to have one now, because I wanted to have and play this flute for a long time, and yeah, but you know, shakuhachis are very expensive, and so I for a long time I thought, oh, maybe later. Now it's not the time to buy one. But now I got some money for my birthday, and so I decided to order this flute. It's the Shakuhachi. I don't know if you know this flute and the name. Maybe you have heard the name Shakuhachi. It's a very famous flute from Japan, and yeah, maybe the most famous instrument of Japan. The shakuhachi is originally made of bamboo. This one here is made of plastic, because yeah, I did a lot of research, and real bamboo flutes are firstly very expensive, and secondly, this flute is a really great beginner flute, and I am a beginner in shakuhachi playing. So this is the U shakuhachi. Yeah, and because it's made of plastic, it's tuned so well. That's a great aspect, and so I decided to buy this one, and yeah, now I am learning to play this instrument. It's tuned diatonically. I would like to play a few tones, just that you can get a feeling how this flute sounds. It has a very deep and full tone. Yeah, maybe my experience is that it's a very special flute, very different from many other flutes. So yeah, but here for yourself, I just play a few tones so that you can hear how it sounds. So, a great sound, isn't it? Yeah, this flute is used, or was used, since the 16th century by monks as a meditation flute. I don't know if you're a little bit familiar with Zen Buddhism, there exists the Zazen, the sitting meditation. This is the classical form of meditation, as mostly everyone knows it. You sit there and get calm and so on, and go in meditation, the classical thing. And then in Zen Buddhism there is another form of meditation. It's the blowing meditation, and this form of meditation relates to this flute. The monks went in meditation by playing this instrument, and maybe you have heard how it sounds. You can imagine how something like a meditative state can happen, can become space. And my experience is really that this flute is not only a music instrument, it's really a meditation instrument. It's although I'm not really good in playing this flute, I can feel it when I have some time. I pick up the flute and just often I just play a few tones, and then exactly this happens. I can transport myself into this meditative state, and this is a wonderful thing. I cannot remember that this happened while playing any other flute. So this is not an instrument as we know it in typical Western classical music. It's completely different, and I am so happy to own such a flute now, and so now I can do exactly this thing, meditate while playing. And this is so great, just to create not music songs or pieces, but sounds. This is really, really beautiful and calming, and so this is it was a very special moment when I received this flute, and I just love it. It's not a normal flute. So I think I will make more videos with it and about it, music videos, and also introduction videos. This is just a short introduction. I just wanted to show it to you. So if you ever have the chance, try a shakuhachi. It's really such an outstanding, extraordinary instrument. Very beautiful. A great meditation tool. So this was the first flute. And now comes the second flute. This, it's also a flute. I am a flute lover, and flutes are my most favorite world music instruments. So this is a quena. The quena is a traditional flute from the region of the Andes. Especially this one here is bought in Bolivia, and I looked for such a flute for a long time on the internet, and but I didn't want to buy it from a person who has no personal relationship to this region of the world or to this instrument. So I searched a lot, did a lot of research too for this flute, and I found someone who is born there and who plays this flute by himself, and he bought it in Bolivia and sent it to me. So yeah, this flute too has a very special story. And yeah, these flutes exist for a long time and have a great history. I think I will make a video about the quena too. But let me show you how this flute sounds. Completely different on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's a bamboo flute too. So it too has this special bamboo sound. This is real bamboo, by the way. The other flute was a plastic flute, but a very great one, good manufactured. So both flutes have a great sound. But now I show you the quena. I'm not good yet in playing it, but just that you can hear it. So. A lot of work to do to learn to play the quena, but yeah. Both flutes are not easy to play. Maybe you know a recorder, the classical recorder, or Blockflöte in German. That have a mouthpiece in which you can just blow into, and the sound comes. And here, it's just a bamboo tube with a little notch, which makes the sound producing progress much more difficult. So yeah, I will practice, and then I'll make another video about the quena and about the shakuhachi. Yeah, so what else? A life update. I am very busy at the moment. I really don't have much free time, so that also means that I have not much time to for social media and for relaxing and making videos and so on. So it's always the case in summer. Summer is my busy time. I have to work a lot in my job and do a lot of gardening and such things, and so I'm very busy in summer. And in winter there's my calm period. I have a lot of free space for hobbies and so on, making videos and to make music and so on. So but now we have summer, and so there's not much time left. And this is also a point I wanted to mention here. To all my YouTube friends and followers and commentators, and sorry if I haven't visited all your wonderful channels. Not very often in the last weeks. It's because of this the less time I have. But it will change in autumn, and so then I will have more time again for YouTube and all my hobbies and for commenting and watching your great videos. So yeah, I also wanted to say a big thanks to all of you who are watching my videos and for the great support. It's such a joy and it's such a great community. It's really fun to make videos and to communicate with all you guys. Yeah, it's very special and I like it very much. Thank you. Yeah. Then a last thing, some news. When I have free time, which is not very often the case at the moment, as I've said, then I am creating some music pieces for music platforms like Spotify, Deezer and YouTube Music and so on. I haven't released a song yet, but I am producing songs, and when they're finished I will open an account on Spotify and so on to make my music available to a greater audience. And it's a very, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's very great thing for me to go on Spotify and all the other platforms with my music. So yeah, stay tuned, and I will tell the release date here, and maybe you want to have a look then at my music. The first pieces will be very calm flute music pieces with my Chinese xiao flute, a bamboo flute too. And some beautiful nature background, so very relaxed and calm music pieces. And yeah, but it will not be released before autumn, I think. Yeah, so stay tuned. Maybe you we'll have a look then. I would be very happy. Yeah, so this was all for now, I think. The latest news. I hope you all are doing fine and that you have a great time, and yeah, just much love to you, and see you soon in my next video or on all the other platforms like Instagram, TikTok or Ko-fi. Yeah, lots of love. Bye.